How you doing? I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast.
You ain't said a real AR.
Yeah.
Think about going through a name change?
Nah.
Uh-uh.
I say that for the music.
Okay.
I say that for the music. I haven't been in the booth lately, so
I'm still waiting on that EP.
yeah. I'm just waiting for things to get mastered. Then I've been taking time off, which I shouldn't, to do the podcast and everything. So I almost feel like Terrence Howard and Hustle Flow. Like, cause I got a lot of music in my head that I'm trying to get out, but I want to make sure I get the right content out. I don't want to just be in the studio just dropping a whole bunch of songs just for no reason.
Yeah.
So for me, it's got to be the right song.
Okay.
Heaven offer rides, Lord order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone, no time to right their wrongs. Heaven must.
I just feel like Terrence Howard, like, I got this song. You ain't never had a song in your head all day, man. And I just got this tune in my head, man. and I just hear it over and over and over, man. But now I just got to be the right song choice and stuff, cause
Okay.
I remember somebody just told me, like, man, you talk about a lot of personal stuff in your rap, and you talk about life, and you talk about your struggle. When are you going to stop talking about your struggle? I'm like, I'm still struggling.
Right.
What are you talking about? I'm still rolling up to the hood. I'm still pulling up to apartments. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 2025. You talking about stop talking about struggle. Like, I'm still working in 9 to 5. I'm at work right now.
Don't say that.
I'm just like, get my heart. Help me.
Right.
Help.
You see, we struggling. We don't even got the energy drinks. We haven't had those in several episodes.
None of that.
Like, we in between paychecks right now.
It's like, you seen this last episode, we was in all black. We was looking like 2K credit players. We was dressed like the 2K starter kit. Like, we got no VC.
Speaking of, would you get those shoes, by the way?
Trash.
I guess I should to show more of my struggle. We struggling. What? Like, we got on that all black when you go to the park and you just sitting there and you just waiting for people to play at the playground. You got to wave them over. We got that. we was dressed like that. All black. Like my career mode.
Just starting out.
Just starting out. Man, y'all saw the production when we first started. You seen the background. I can't believe stop talking about my struggle. What? When did I stop?
That should probably be the name of the EP.
Yeah. When did I stop struggling? My struggle is struggling. I be so broke. When I get paid, I'm still broke. Toss them, stop struggling. What? Can't believe that. I'm so broke. They don't even take my money no more. They just be like, you good, bro. You
Hey,
good.
give me when you got it.
It's like, you good, bro. Struggling. What? Stop talking about my struggle. That's all I know. That's all I know. What? Want me to rap about a house? Rapping about all this fancy? I mean, what? Can't talk about stop struggling. I see the same broke people every single day. Every single day. That's it. Tell some, I'm so broke. When I go to the gas stations and people ask me for money, right? I make a deal with them. I'm like, bro, if you can stay out here for me for about a couple minutes, I got you. I'm so broke, I hire the people that ask for change at the gas station. Talk about my struggle. You ever been at a gas station and people start asking you for money? Like me, they don't even ask me. They just look at me and be like, nah, you good, bro. You good, bro. I be feeling some type of way. I'm like, so you ain't gonna ask me for a quarter? I be low key. I be offended. I swear. I be offended. Like, how you didn't ask everybody to walk in this gas station?
Right. You got your speech prepared. Like, man, look, I don't carry cat. Like, you know, I know you know.
Exactly. We know you don't carry cash. You ain't got it to carry. Like, I be so offended. I be like, damn. At least ask me.
Right.
Like, damn. Like,
I'm gonna give it to you, but ask me.
it's like,
So I can say
give
no.
me the chance to say what's that. Don't take the opportunity from me.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel good about myself.
Right.
The fact that I can just say no. Like, most people feel good that they can help. I feel good that I can say no. Because you think that I got something that I ain't got. But don't take that opportunity from me. Gosh. Like, but I already be ready for them. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Before I get out my car, I'll check my surroundings. Right? And I just try to pay attention to who's who. You can always spot the dude that's gonna come up to you like, blood, hey blood, hey blood, hey blood, let me pump that gas for you, blood, let me pump the gas, blood. And you know the one that's gonna be sitting there at the door begging for change. I'll be already having my speech ready already. You know how you get them? You gotta ask them for money before they ask you for money. It was this lady, like me and my son, we at the gas station, right? This lady, we get out the car, this lady look at me. We lock eyes immediately, right? And I try to look away. Then my son look over. It's like, Dad, I think she wants you. I'm like, don't look at them. don't look at them, because once you make eye contact, it's over. Do not make eye contact with them, right? Because now they go see you seeing them, see you see them, and once they see you seeing them, they go see you seeing them. So when I get out there, I just be like, do you got 45? And they be like, so this lady got mad. She looked at me. She like, you got 45? I was like, you got 45 cents? She was like, no, that's what I was gonna ask you for. I was like, you can't ask me because I already asked you. So you technically obligated to give me 45 cents. Because I asked first. So she's just mad, was like, you playing with me? I'm like, I'm not playing. Lady, I'm struggling too. Only difference is I got somewhere to go.
Or you could like just say at the same time as them, like, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. So now now they gotta be quiet and you up a soda.
Well, guess what? When she asked me for 45 cents, I asked her for 50. And yes. And I'm this petty. You asked me for 25. You asked me for 50 cents, and I only got $1 on. I want my change. If you ask me for 45, I give you 50. I want my nickel. I'm that petty. I want my change. I want my change. I'm that petty. Like, we ain't got it like that. I need all my money, all of it, cause that 5 cent count. I remember because I was working, right? It was volunteering at a place, and every time they allowed us to bring food home, it's off subject. They allowed us to bring food home, and then so me, you know, being greedy, they had, I think they had lasagna and some other stuff. So they just had pans of it left over. And it was that good lasagna too, you know, the one that got the layers of cheese, and the one that's a little messy with a lot of cheese. Like, I don't like my food neat. Don't send me no neat food. That food probably nasty. Like, you know, I need my food to look a little messy, you know what I'm saying? That'd be the good food.
Got knocked around a little bit.
Yeah, that hood food. it ain't the presentation, ain't all that. That'd be the best food, but
Or their presentation, it's all sloppy, and then they just like put some parsley on top of it.
oh yeah, man, that's how you know you're like this plate right here, this plate right here, this right here, right? If you bougie, you don't understand what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know.
Right.
All right, so I brought just a couple of extra things of lasagna, knowing good well I was full and stuff. But I know every time when I come home from work, when I get off the freeway, it's this lady always sitting by the ramp. She's an older lady. She was always sitting by the ramp asking for food. So me being nice, and I'm pissed off really for the wrong reasons at this point, thinking about it. Because the person in front of me could have went through the yellow light. I'm not condoning that, but they could have went.
So you can go.
So I can go. Right? So now I'm literally the first car at the red light, and on my left side is the lady. And she's looking at me, and I'm trying my best to look forward, but she's just looking right in my car. Like, nigga, I know you see me. I know you see me seeing you. I know it. So I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to ignore her. And then something like, I don't know. You know how, scary movie, like, you know how you can feel something just like, it ain't crawling on you, but you can just feel something?
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, I don't know why, my window's up, I just felt her do like this. And there's nothing worse than feel like you've been touched by bum hands.
Mm-hmm.
Just the germs. It's just everything. I panicked. I did all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just so I panicked. I just felt her doing this. I just felt all the bum bumps just going down my neck. I panicked like that. So I look over. So I pull over, right, and I'm like, ma'am, I don't have any money for food, but I have food. Like, I have this food. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I pulled over, and we was eating lasagna. I ate the lasagna with her. Won't lie. Sat there and ate the lasagna with her.
Okay.
But, cheese kind of make your mouth dry. So, we didn't have anything to drink. So tell me if I'm wrong at this point. Like, just tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay. It's okay. We can sit in front of everybody. Let me know if I'm wrong. I brought the food. I felt like she should have brought the beverages. Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, help me help you.
No, yeah, you ain't wrong for that.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, if she's looking at me, I'm looking at her, and she looking at me, and I'm looking at her. Then she started looking at me again, and I start looking down, because I'm like, lady, you got a jar full of pennies and quarters and nickels.
Oh, yeah.
I can see all that change. Like, you could have just went across the street and bought us something to drink. You could have got me a bottle of water. I ain't asked for nothing fancy.
Some 50-cent juices, something.
Something. So tell me if I'm wrong. I'm bringing the lasagna, and you got the coins right there.
Right, she just ruined y'all little bum date.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody need to teach her some manners.
Right, we going Dutch over here. Which
Exactly. And I'm looking at her like, I know you've been out the game for a while, but some shit don't change.
Right.
Literally, the bars. Some shit don't change. Like, I'm just saying. So now, because she want to be petty and don't want to give me her little change that she worked hard for, so now I made it my mission to every time I get off that ramp to have food. And I don't care if it's a green light, yellow light, I don't care what light it is. I'm stopping at that light right next to her, and I'm eating my food.
Oh, that's petty.
Sitting in the car. Oh yeah, she should have shared her money. Because ma'am, you could have had some of these nuggets. You could have had some of this Popeye's chicken. You could have had some of this Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying, you don't want to share your change with me, lady? Nah. Now you about to see me eat every bite, every single bite. I'm about to make it look good. You know how you take a slow bite? I'm looking like that dude that was talking to that Popeyes sandwich, that chicken sandwich when it first came out. What you doing looking so special? But welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
We ain't got much to talk about today, so that's what we really dive into.
It's on topic. But look, so since we're off topic, right? And I feel like My guy Daryl here had at least 2 weeks to recover. We had a work function, ladies and gentlemen. And I ain't gonna say he was lit, but he was lit.
Oh my god.
Right? But that ain't even the worst part, right?
Uh,
So the funny part though was we was at a function, right? It was an auction, right? So cracking plenty of jokes and stuff. So we proceeded to sit at a table, and it was a silent auction. So on the table they had clipboards, and you can bid for different items. So maybe this when too many martinis kicked in, not for sure. But they got to a moment where this white man just kept getting up. And then he kept whispering to his white wife just different stuff, looking at us, and he'd smile. And then he'd get up, walk away. And then he'd sit back down, whisper to her, get back up, walk down. So, in reality, he probably was just bidding for those items and letting her know about the bids. But in our minds, we seen Get Out. We seen Roots. We was probably like, out of the 300, we probably was the 3 or 4 black people.
It was a handful of black people. We was all
in one table. In the back. In the back, for some reason. You don't sit us in the back. We might want to sit in the back.
But you don't make us
You don't
sit
make,
in back.
give us the option.
Right.
We gonna choose the back. Give us that option. Back to the story. So they're turning around to me. He said, "What if they bidding on us? What if they're really bidding on us?" I was like,
Cause think about it, they had us as the people like showing everybody around like, oh yeah, this is this item, this item. The black folk, we up here, we were probably presenting ourselves and didn't even realize we was doing it.
and it was big emphasis on make sure you dress nice. Make sure you dress nice. I'm like, wait, what? So what if they really looking at it like, okay, he about 6'1", 200 something pounds. He's an athlete. Well spoken Negro too. well spoken. Right? I feel like Daryl went before me. Because he was, they had to call him one of them uppity. What was that word? Charcuterie? What you kept complaining about? Oh yeah, he'd have been gone right away. Oh yeah, he'd have been gone right away. He'd have been gone right away. It's just been gone.
With no fight either. I mean,
Just been gone. Right, but it made me make sense because I'm like, they are leaving for a long time. Like, damn, what if they really locking the doors? Right?
yeah.
I can't put it past them locking doors. They do it in the church. Different topic. But I got to thinking to myself, like, damn, you're right. So immediately, you can't tell black folks that. You cannot tell black folks that. Like, I'm Puerto Rican and black. You still can't tell a Puerto Rican person that. Can't tell a Mexican person. No, none of that. You can't tell us that. Because we automatically start looking for the exes. We automatically start thinking about how we go do it. Because we probably be looking like, damn, they got about 6 old people by their door. I can knock them out real quick. She look like she can't take a punch. You start thinking about exit strategies, right? You like, damn, how thick is that window? And then you start thinking about movies. You like, okay,
This is one story. I could tuck and roll. Ain't nothing.
You start looking at the table, like, start thinking so you can do stuff you can't really do. You know how in the movies they take the tablecloth and they pull it from off the table and nothing fall off the table. You start thinking about that. You're like, damn, I can't pull this tablecloth real quick. I can wrap myself up. And I can just jump out the window. you just start thinking about stupid stuff, right? And that's exactly where my mind went. I start thinking about exit strategies and everything. I was really in my mind like, okay, when I leave too, I'm gonna say, fuck this job. I'm gone.
No, that's why, like, when everybody got up, I just got lost in the crowd. Like, I just started, like, surfing through. Like, I'm out the door.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know how I got home, but that's another story. That's neither here nor there.
See, and I couldn't even do that because I had on pink. How the fuck I'ma hide? I'm out there looking like cotton candy.
How was I hiding? Like, I was wearing moccasins and a tunic. Like,
But you blend in. You blend in. That's what I'm saying.
I looked like I was in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. All I knew, Daddy gave me that church tap on the shoulder. He didn't come with me.
Come here. Come here.
I had on pink. It was no hiding. There was no hiding. Nothing at all. But get back to this. So, again, I don't want to offend anybody. But usually we say you don't want to offend anybody,
You about to offend
you about
somebody.
to offend somebody. So, hey, this joke ain't for you. And so, now we going through the night and everything like that. So, I'm looking for Daryl. I'm trying to figure out where he at. Because, again, we got to manage and obtain this table. And we got to give out information and stuff. So, Daryl comes to me and was like, why did this man ask for my number? Why did he try to raise me? Why? And me being me, if you know me, this all makes sense. I'm not going to...
If you know me, him approach me makes sense.
And me, I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to stir the pot. You know me. I mean, there's a couple times when I'm serious, but there's many times when I'm not. So, I'm looking at Daryl, I'm like, really? How did he look? I mean, did he really look like he should be approaching you? And then I'm like, did you give him the number? And then he
For
like,
the camera equipment, I would have.
he like, no, one of our coworkers was telling him about me. I was like, well, did she leave out the good parts? Like, I wouldn't know what she told him. Did she tell him about the movies you like? What type of music? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how I can fill him in and make him more presentable. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So this guy, he worked for the company. I mean, he upper.
So you know he got that coin.
Upper, so you know he got the bag, right? We were struggling with the podcast.
You saw it, things improved shortly.
I'm just saying, the video quality wasn't great before he approached them. Now the quality is excellent. I'm not saying he got him the number, but I'm just saying the quality improved. That's all I'm saying. Take it as you want to take it.
See, and this is what we willing to do for y'all. For y'all.
What did you say?
So when he was like, oh yeah, he's the photographer, he's this and this, I start thinking about, again, Hustle and Flow. I was giving Daryl the speech that Terrence Howard.
I'm the driver.
Remember he was going to jail? Put your hands on the wheel.
Now I'm put my hands here too. You know what this means?
What?
It means we in charge.
I don't want to do this, man. I got, like, everybody got jobs except for me.
You in charge. I want to hear you say that. Say it.
I'm in charge.
You my partner.
I know.
Say I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
I want to feel important. Say, shut up, man. Shut up, man. Who you talking to like that, man? Look here, man. Put your hand on the wheel. Put your hand on. You like how that makes you feel? You like how that feel, man? She like, yes, daddy.
Now I ain't say.
I definitely was about to give him the speech. I said, and then you remember when when he was doing that son, whoop that trick. He was like, no, something off. Something off. You see these microphones right here? Every time you talk loud, they distort out. We need better equipment. He was like, man, I'm in here doing all that stuff, but every time I do something, man, you keep stopping me. So then they went to the music store, and then he went to look at the microphones, and then he was like, man, y'all trying to rip us off. How you gonna tell me this microphone costs more than this microphone? I ain't got that type of money, man. And then the white man kept looking at the white lady. He was like, oh, you like that? Oh, you like that? I felt like I was Terrence Howard. I was looking at that white man, looking at Daryl, like, oh, you like that? Oh, you like that? And when they left the music store, he said, hey, I'm gonna lock these doors. And I need that microphone. I'm telling you, I need that microphone. I looked at Daryl like, hey, I'm gonna walk away. I need that camera. I need that camera, man.
Let me get another martini real fast.
Oh, man. So... So, let's reel it back in a little bit. So, NBA happened yesterday, of course. One game. It goes back to Denver's prediction. He felt like it was going to go Game 7. And Denver delivered, forced the Game 7. Great game. Just as we discussed, that Denver have to distribute the ball around, get everybody involved. It can't be just the Jokic and Maurice show. If you notice, every time Jokic try to go for 40 points, that, you know, it's always a struggle. But the games that they did win, you had double-digit numbers by at least 4 or 5 players.
Which is what you got.
Yeah, what you got, because it's harder for Oklahoma to defend. And then just like the previous games, when everybody is touching the ball, Oklahoma get in foul trouble.
Yeah.
So, Game 7... Going back to Denver, right? Or are we going back to Oklahoma?
We're going back to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I don't really see the home court advantage. I really don't.
Yeah, that's been thrown out the window.
Yeah, so I want to say I'm sticking with the thing where I feel like having the number 1 seed is overrated. Just as we've been saying that these number 1 seeds aren't really true number 1 seeds.
Yeah.
And these lower seeds can easily be top 3 or at that number 1 position. So I'm going to stick to what I've been saying. I feel like Denver will pull it off.
Agreed. I think Denver's going to win. As long as they keep that balance that they had yesterday. So you gotta have multiple people involved. They don't have to all, have 20 plus, but them playing with a smaller rotation, getting everybody involved, staying out of foul trouble the way that they did. I think Denver wins, and I think they win about by the same amount that they won this last game.
Yeah, and if I'm Minnesota, I'm hoping.
I'm hoping for Denver.
Yes. Because they match up better with Denver versus Oklahoma. We got the Knicks and the Celtics. Knicks,
You home.
and you can't afford to lose this one. You cannot afford to lose this one. If you lose this one, the series is over.
Yeah.
The series is over. I mean, you kind of expected for Celtics to win. As we were saying in the previous podcast, that Boston was due for one of those games where they hit 20 plus threes. And look at last game, they had that game where they hit 20 plus threes.
Right, and what were they saying? We had to do it for Jason. We had to do it for Tatum. So, I feel like that was that moment. I think the Knicks got it. I think they finished this up in 6.
Yeah, because now Boston isn't at home, which was feeding off that energy and off that crowd. Like you said, you was just going off of that, I have to do this for Jason Tatum and stuff, but you got the game that you needed for him.
Right.
Right now, I don't see them beating the Knicks in Madison Square Garden.
No.
Brunson, sorry. Brunson, I don't see him falling out.
No.
I see Karl Anthony Towns being more assertive. I feel like he's going to be more aggressive at home. And then plus, I feel like Mikal Bridges is going to have one of those games.
Yeah.
So I feel like Boston did what it's supposed to do. At least get a game, just to have that fight as the heart of a champion. But I feel like you only can fight for so long, where sometimes you just have to give it up to the better team.
Right.
WNBA action is going on, so make sure you guys check out the WNBA. We got the Aces against the Liberty, and we got Minnesota, Lynx against the Wings. So great matchups there. And then what I'm looking forward to is tomorrow's matchup. It can never get old. Caitlin Clark against Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Both teams got some key additions, which will make for great entertaining basketball. Let's see what Angel Reese been in the lab doing. Let's see now if she can finish around the rim, and let's see if she can shut these haters up now.
Yeah, and I mean, usually when these two hook up, it's box office.
Yeah.
They tend to be the most viewed games for the WNBA. But also, just so we could get rid of that like stigma about the WNBA, just watch these other games. So many women have already been released from these teams because they just can't afford them. The lack of the teams. So, just continue to support the WNBA so that their league can grow also.
Yeah, and with the WNBA, and I know they almost didn't have this season because of the pay issues. But what I like to say with the ladies in the WNBA, and I know you want to make X amount of money and stuff like that, which this isn't even your fault. I feel like the WNBA need to find a better way to advertise these games.
Agreed.
I love watching women's basketball, but it's hard to watch women's basketball because you don't have the channels or the avenue to be able to watch the games. You don't know what channel is on.
Yeah.
You know?
And let alone when their season starts, we're in the thick of the playoffs.
Yeah, I only knew it started because I was looking online trying to figure out when it started. But you don't see any advertisement on TV. You don't see anything. Just like the men's game, right? You know what's coming on TNT. It's heavy advertised. You know what's coming on NBA TV, ESPN, NBC, ABC, whatever.
Prime everywhere now.
Everywhere. But you can't find a WNBA game unless it's marquee matchups. So if you want to bring in more attention, more revenue, more money, and different things into the WNBA, you have to find a way to make watching the games more accessible and easier for the average viewers. And you have to figure out a different way to be able to market. Like, I understand, these women are making money off of their looks on social media outside of WNBA. But why do they have to market themselves so hard when the WNBA should be marketing in them?
Right.
You don't see NBA trying to market Steph Curry and LeBron James and doing all this other stuff, and they got to go out there after that and market themselves and all that stuff. No. Money happens because of their name.
Right.
So you got to figure out WNBA. Market the WNBA better. That way you can pay them more money. It just, to me, it's just about advertising and it's just about marketing. Somebody in that department is failing them.
Right.
So thank you for tuning in to the 414 Winning Podcast. But tune in tomorrow for a special
Tune in for two.
episode, Tune for Tune, right? And this is 3 weeks until the Carter 6 release, June 6th. June 6th, the Carter 6. I am especially looking forward to the Carter 6.
Yeah.
I want to see why we waited 4 years for another project. So I'm interested to see what new he has to talk about. I'm interested to see like the structure of it, the beat choice, the features. So I'm interested to see what type of music will Lil Wayne put out after all this time.
Yeah, and also where does he fall right now as far as his stature in hip hop? Is he kind of like in that legend status where, people will like give it a listen, but like the numbers won't be there like they used to be? Or, is this going to be a rebirth in a sense for him?
Yeah, and I'm hoping that this project is a classic. He can still rap his off, but
we need this album to be a classic.
Agreed.
You need to drop that classic project before he leave.
Yeah.
Because Carter 2 classic, Carter 3 classic. And after that, I mean, I'm not saying that you haven't dropped great albums after that, because you have.
Right.
But different audience nowadays. So let's see if you can capture rapping and
Mainstream.
let's just see. Thank you for tuning in. I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
It's been real.
Favorite episode by far. By far.
Mama got sick, it ain't nothing I can do about it. Praying for her health, so I can knock the flu about it. Time heals, that's some shit I'm really doubting. Trust your grand before I can stand.